Hi, hello, how are you? And welcome back to Solani. Oh my gosh. I don't know, just a quick tangent right from the start. I don't know if you watch New Girl, or well, I guess New Girl's over, but if you've seen all of New Girl, but every time I do that, I think of Winston going, elations, elations. But anyway, welcome back to Sulani. Wow. Okay, so I'm sure you're watching the screen right now. Like, what kind of disaster are you creating with these round rooms? And you might notice occasionally, I try to find all of them, but I'm sure I missed some. I mean, I just saw one. Pauses in the speed build where I just sat and contemplated life for a while because this, especially this first part of the build, was a mess. Because I had this idea that I was going to create a wavy, or actually, it was originally going to be like a kidney bean shaped pool with the ocean. And then I was like, oh no, I'll do some crazy thing. And then I ended up doing this whole mess trying to figure out the curved fences and all this stuff. And then you can't get rid of all the floor pieces because the fences go away. So I ended up creating this whole boardwalk around this pool and all these things. You might be like, well, what about those other parts that are sticking out, Veronica? What about those? Well, guess what? I turned them into beautiful landscaping elements. So it all came together. And this house, I had a plan. I had a house I was going to build. And then I built this boardwalk, and then I just started building the house just whatever I thought, just building rooms out randomly and all these things. So this house, completely original. I did this whole thing off the top of my head, and I am so proud for so many reasons. I built a funky looking pool. I built a gigantic beach house. I think in the end it has 6 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, I think. But it also has an office. It has 3 living rooms, a game room, a sauna, like a mud room. This house has got it going on, basically. And I'm really, 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 how many times can I say really, really proud of this house? There were so many times where I was like, this is just not going to turn out. I don't know what I'm doing. And you know what? Honestly, I'm giving you this whole house in one video because I'm so proud of it and I just want to share it with you guys. I want you to see me build it, and I want to put it on the gallery like yesterday. And I definitely should. Like, this is worth me making this 2 parts, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to share it all with you right now. I kid you not, 6, maybe more hours on this house. Normally the ones that I've been doing in 2 parts, if I spend more than like, each part's maybe like 3 hours when I do the 2 parts. So this is the whole thing. I think I sped it up 2,000, and you'll see later that I'm missing a section. It'll jump. I forgot, because I obviously did not sit for 6+ hours and do this all at once. But there was a time when I forgot to press record when I was working on the 2nd floor. So that's some of the bedrooms are missing from this video, but they're all in the screenshots. So, you'll be okay. But there's so much to love about this house. You'll see I went through like a million different things. I struggled a lot with the idea. I did a lot of mixed woods in this house. Like, there's different colors, there's different patterns, there's all these things. And I kept struggling with going back and forth between like, just own it looks fine, and like, oh no, they all need to match, and like all this stuff. And I think it actually turned out nice. One of my favorite moments is actually the front of the house. Obviously, the front of the house is not the main event here because we have the ocean in the back. But I don't know. It's just kind of this modern entryway. And that mailbox, I'm telling you, that mailbox is not going to work. You're going to get the notification that the mail person is like, hey, couldn't reach your mailbox, but I just tossed it in there. You'll get that thing because they'll give you your mail no matter what. I'm sorry. I don't know if that bothers you, but I thought it was worth it for the entryway. I like how it looks a lot with that mailbox in that alcove. So that's what we're working with. And this house has a breezeway too. Did I mention that? This house, okay, so I was like the whole time battling with so many things. And it ended up really working out because I ended up, what I think, creating a decent balance between kind of the Sulani style and aesthetic and that culture that The Sims created with this modern look. And especially when we get to the bedrooms, you'll notice there's a lot of personality in them. I don't think I'm going to make a family to live in this house because this isn't in my probably simming save that I'm working on. Maybe I'll find a place for it, but I don't know yet. I'm thinking of once in the forever future when I finish my probably simming save, which if you didn't know, when I'm doing that, and you probably didn't know because I don't talk about it a ton, with that I want to renovate everything. And so every lot has a renovation and then fill the empty lots. But I'm thinking I definitely have way more builds than there are empty lots in the game. So I'm thinking maybe after that I can take all of my work, my hard work, and more of my original creations and do a, what is it, like a bulldozed save and fill the whole game myself with all my builds. And then maybe this house will have a place there, but I just don't think I have a place for this because it's either this or the yacht, and I think I want the yacht in my save right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I already built. I already made a sim that lives there. I have a lovely sim. He's great. That lives in that yacht, and I don't want to displace him. I don't know. But this house is definitely, I'm going to have to play in it at some point. Speaking of playing in it, I did a lot in this house. I did the literal most. And you'll notice there are a lot of plants in this house. And you'll be like, Veronica, why are there so many plants? And listen, I'm projecting. I have 200 house plants in my 2-bedroom apartment. And I don't think there are even that many house plants in this 6-bedroom mansion. Can I call it a mansion? What qualifies a mansion? Like, after what point do you hit mansion status? Because this is not just your little house. But I think I have more plants IRL than this house does. So if you want to get rid of some plants, I'm just kidding. If you want to get rid of some plants, get rid of some plants. But that's why there's so many, because I was like, I'm going to use all the freaking plants. But speaking of plants, can I just say I'm a little disappointed when I did the landscaping features around the boardwalk outside. I used the Swiss cheese plant thing, which is a monstera that came with was it cats and dogs or salvadorada? I don't remember. But they don't have in the plant menu the freaking monsteras that they have growing like wild as part of the landscape in Solani, and that makes me so mad because those ones, they're so cool looking, and I want all of it so I can have a varied monstera landscape. But I've been cheated. But anyway, I challenged myself a lot in this build. You'll see this kitchen that I did, this wacky thing that I created, and I messed with those cabinets so many times because I couldn't figure out if I wanted cabinets or shelves or like whatever. And this kitchen, when I was doing it, every step I was like, it looks terrible, it looks terrible. I'm just gonna finish it, and then the rest of the house will look good, and we can just ignore the kitchen. The kitchen can be bad as long as you can cook in it. Like, we'll be fine, right? And that was kind of what I was working with. But then as I got more finished with it, especially after I added the little dining area, which little, it seats 6, the little dining area in the corner, which is my breakfast nook for this massive house. I really like this kitchen. Like, it's funky in a good way. And speaking of that seating area, I did check, and you can sit in all those chairs. I brought a sim into this lot after I took all the screenshots, and I was like, all right, we got to make sure all these things work. The chairs work. What else works? All the beds are fine. You can get into the jacuzzi tub in the larger bathroom upstairs. The only thing in this house, you can even get into the bathtub that I kind of crammed into the little, like, I guess you could call it a mud room. I don't know. You can even get into that bathtub. They might walk through the half wall, but you can use the bathtub. The only thing I found in this house that doesn't work is the sink in the laundry room. I didn't want the exposed thing, so I put the laundry room or laundry day little, it's not quite a dresser, but that little chest of drawers against it to make it look different, and that sink doesn't work. But there's so many other sinks in this house. You'll be okay. I promise. I promise you, you will be okay without that sink. But yeah, speaking of, this house is a laundry room, and the mud room, we're gonna call it the mud room, just for me being able to have something to call it, is, I like how it turned out, but it is not my dream. And I'm gonna have to go and maybe just do a room build video or something so I can show you what my dream was. But I saw a picture on Pinterest of this. I think it's just a bathroom, but there's a shower, and then there's like a half wall, and maybe like a 3/4 wall between the shower, and then the other side of the wall is this inset, like, tub. And what I wanted to do was, since that is obviously you walk in there from being on the beach to rinse off, I was gonna put a pool there, but then I was like, oh right, you can't put pools of on the water lots unless they're above ground, and so I couldn't do my inset thing. I thought it would be a cool little tricky thing. Um, and then put like the water with flower petals in it, so it'd be like this little spa moment. But you gotta choose. Do you want the beach or do you want an inset spa moment? And obviously we want the beach, and I wasn't about to move this thing to another lot. So if you want to see exactly what I was trying to do with just a quick room build, which I haven't done in a while, and I used to really enjoy those. So if you have specific rooms you want to see me do, like, hey, do a bedroom with this personality, or create a kitchen that looks like this, or something like that, let me know in the comments below, because I would 100% not mind doing room builds, especially since it would probably save my sanity, since I've been doing all of these massive builds lately. Massive, crazy builds that just take hours and hours and like make me question my sanity. Like, why would you do this to yourself, Veronica? I don't know, but I do it. Um, so yeah, I could do a room build, and although, to be fair, you know what's interesting? I was actually thinking about this during building this, is that when I build an individual room, like when I used to do room build videos, I place down that box and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Huh. Like high kick, like let's go. I got this room. But when I build a house, and like this has 6 bedrooms. It actually had 5, and then turned I turned one of those bedrooms because it was a little too long and a little too big into 2 bedrooms. So 6 bedrooms. And all of them, I was like, I don't really want to do the whole, they all look the same thing. And so I gave every bedroom a unique look, unique personality. And as you're trucking through, you're like, how many rooms do I have left? 5? Frick. 2? Oh no, my brain is dying. I don't know how many more people I could imagine that would live here. But they all came out nice, and I love it. I think I love all of them. Even the most sparse one, which is the one with the blue and pink bed, like it has a moment. Like there's just like you could tell. I don't know. Like I just like them all. You have I imagine my teen girl bedroom with the bisexual flag. You have the probably younger boy room. You have the master bedroom at the end, which does not have an attached bathroom. I'm so sorry. And then there's like another teen girl room with like a built-in. And what else did I do? Oh, my plant room. It's got a shelf of plants above the bed because I was like, you know what? We're gonna go all out. We need all the plants. That's actually, I don't call that one the plant room. I think of it more as like a traveler's room, because I put all the postcards and things, and then there's all these pictures of various places in that room. And I was like, whoever lives here, she likes to travel. Um, but this house, I mean, obviously you could have a household of 8 Sims in here. But what I was thinking is this is like definitely like a big family home, just the way I decorated it. I'm sure you could do whatever you want with it, obviously. But this is also the party place. There is so much seating for dining. You have that counter, you have the breakfast nook, you have a dining table. There's a main, like a seating area, there's a living room, and then there's a big seating area upstairs. That area upstairs at the top of the stairs, you could probably do so many different things with it. I thought about making it 2 separate seating areas. There were like so many things. Um, but I just decided to take those benches from bowling night, I believe, and just make a huge sectional couch in there. And I imagine like we all just sit there and we look at the ocean, like, whoo, through the breezeway. Like I thought that would be cool. So that's what I did there. But honestly, if you do something else with that space, I definitely want to see it because there were so many options. But that was the last thing I did. Well, obviously, I went and made sure that it was lit up when it got dark, which makes it sound like it's Minecraft. I'm like, we got to make sure the zombies don't spawn. Um, but I just sometimes I feel bad because I'll build a whole house and I don't check how it is at night, and then I go play with it. And I'm like, it is so dark, and I feel bad for anyone that downloaded it. Had to go add their lights in. So I've been trying to make a conscious effort to put lights in, things like that. Those pool floats actually don't work there because that's not deep enough ocean. That's only like wading height. But I like how they look there. So obviously they work as far as you can go to them. Your sim can walk to them, put them in their inventory, and you can float them out into the deeper ocean if you so choose. But they don't work right there, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could pick the house up and like scooch it forward. But I kind of liked how the placement was because I didn't want the house to go too far into the ocean. I thought it would. I don't know. I just like having more of that open ocean. And if you have, I didn't. This house has everything. It has a game room. It has bar. It has sauna. Like, there's nothing this house doesn't have. They're not wanting for much, and so I didn't give them a boat or a jet ski or anything. But there's space for boats and jet skis and all that stuff at the end of the lot in the water, if that's what you want to do. And I mean, let's be realistic. That's what we all want to do. I thought about putting a shipwreck out there, but I was like, no, 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 no. They wouldn't tolerate that. Look at all this money they've spent on these plants. No, I'm just kidding. On this entire thing. I should have looked at what the final cost of this house was. I can only imagine. I did not hold back. I mean, I think when you build a house this big, like, what's the point? What's the point of holding back? There's no way. Well, hello, race car going by. I'm trying to record. I don't even know if you could hear that, but they zoom in. What was I saying? Oh, it's not going to be a starter home. Like, I'm so sorry. And we already know. If you've been here, we already know that I am not good at staying on budget or under budget for a starter home. So, you give me more than 4 bedrooms. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to be that generous with my skills here. It's not gonna do it. And I mean, honestly, just the freaking boardwalk probably costs as much as a starter home with all those round rooms and the fence and stuff. I did not realize how much. This is not from this build that I learned this, but from another build. How much fence drives up the cost of the lot? Because some of those fences are just wildly expensive. I cannot even begin to tell you. But I don't know. There's just so much going on. And I'm realizing now that some of these clips are out of order, but I don't know why, and I can't fix it at this point, so I'm so sorry. But the screenshots are about to roll through, and they tell the whole story. So, what am I saying? I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you're feeling snazzy. And forgive me for the clips being out of order because I spent all my sanity building this giant house. I will see you in the next video. Bye!